Hello, my name is Alevtina Madyarova, and this is Pride. The fact that Kazakhstanis are able to achieve success anywhere in the world has long been beyond doubt. Our compatriots become successful in any country and remain Kazakhstani, the same, right? And when we hear about the resounding success of people from Kazakhstan, our pride becomes common, no matter where the pleasant news came from. In the summer of 2018, Kazakhstanis heard the good news. The film Aika of Kazakhstani director Sergey Dvortsevoy was noticed by the jury of the Cannes Film Festival, and the actress from Petropavlovsk, Somalia Slyamova, became the best actress in the opinion of the commission. We tried to make a good movie. We set the bar very high. We realized that we were working on the scale of world cinema, and we want to make the movie that would be recognized all over the world, and we want to reach the heights. We want to make beautiful motion pictures. It all depends on what you want. We managed to meet with Samal and Sergey at the Kazakhstan premiere of the film Aika, which opened the Almaty Film Festival. I was very surprised with how people watched our movies. Of course, this is a very touching story. It goes deep into the heart, into the soul, because this is the story of a woman and a child, and I expected it to be good. Because most of you viewers are women. Women always feel very deeply. And of course, this is a story about a person who is in a difficult situation, and about love. First of all, about maternal love. According to the director, it was the Kazakhstani show that became the real premiere of the movie Aika. The loud success in Cannes, worldwide recognition, it was all like a bolt from the blue, and Samal, as they say, woke up famous. But the Almaty Film Festival was the real premiere for the filmmakers. Because we showed a working draft in Cannes, and the final version was shown in Almaty, and the show in Almaty was only the second in a row. And it was the first for the final version of the film. So the world premiere was here. It was amazing for me. When 3,000 viewers sat there for 2 hours continuously watching this film, no one left the hall. It was just amazing. I was very afraid. I'm very afraid of large halls. Somalia Slyamova, whose name is now on the lips of movie fans all over the world, has been working with Dvortsevoy for years. Her debut was the work in the film Tulip. This is a very delicate story which consists of humor, sincere sadness, and bright hopes. And by the way, this picture was also marked by a special prize at the Cannes Festival. That is, the story told in the film about the life of nomadic shepherds managed to touch critics and viewers who are very far from the realities of the Kazakh steppe. We shot Tulip together. We did casting in different cities of Kazakhstan, a very wide casting. And my assistants went to Petropavlovsk, filmed a local college of art, local actresses, and I looked through it. I always try to watch everything myself. I looked through and saw her. Well, I immediately realized from the video that there was something in her. And I just invited her to Almaty. Then we once again held a casting, rehearsed some scenes. But I immediately realized that she was a nugget. She's a diamond in the rough. First, she's surprisingly responsible, very hardworking. She brings everything to the end. Semper Fidelis. She has those qualities which are required to become a world-class actress. And of course, deep acting talent. She has grown a lot since Tulip. She graduated from GITIS in Moscow. She has grown very much as an actress. The film Aika was filmed for a very long time. It took several years, and there is much to be remembered about the work process. Of course, there were a lot of funny situations. That's how it was filmed. It took as much as 6 years, a whole life. There were a lot of different situations. For example, in Moscow, there was no show for 3 years in a row, and the whole movie, action, takes place in the winter. We prepared snow at the end of winter. We had 3 large refrigerators, such huge industrial refrigerators. We filled them with snow. So we had snow on the set next year. We looked for the snow everywhere. We literally collected it bit by bit. We even learned how to grow icicles. We had people who were engaged in the study of growing icicles. A native of Shymkent, Sergey remains Kazakhstani. He often visits Kazakhstan, where he seems to draw inspiration and strength. It's generally easy for me to work with Kazakhstanis, probably because of the similarity of the mentality. I have a lot in common with Kazakhstan people, and therefore it is easier for me to work with them. I understand these people well, and they understand me well. It was the same during the filming of Tulip and on the set of Aika. There were also quite a lot of people from Kazakhstan. The mentality is very important. It helps you to understand people. I feel comfortable in Kazakhstan. I feel comfortable in Shymkent, where I was born. I like everything here. I like the air, even if it is dusty a little, but still I like it. Well, I also like people, of course. Life is not roses, but this is my home, my homeland. I was born here. I spent my childhood, my youth here. This all plays a big role, and I often recall my life here. Guests of the festival warmly greeted the picture, which by the time of the opening had already become famous. It could not be otherwise. Now, this success seems to be not just a fait accompli, but commonplace. On the eve of Independence Day, Samal deservedly received the State Award for the contribution to the development of Kazakhstani cinema. I am glad that this picture opened the festival and that it was our first show after Cannes. Because we showed a working draft in Cannes, and the final version was shown in Almaty. And I'm glad it happened here, and that we had such an opportunity to show our film to such a broad audience. There were about 3,000 spectators at the opening. They all watched our film. I'm definitely happy. How else could it be? And thanks to the mayor, to the Akim of the city who organized it, I hope that the festival will continue and develop. I will definitely come and participate because Kazakhstan is my homeland. Of course, this is very important when there is an understanding between you and the people with whom you work. It helps a lot, especially in acting. And also in the work between director and actor. The trust is very important. This is an important aspect. In order for the actor not to be afraid to experiment, I also often suggest, let's do it like this. It's just that there is trust between us. It all starts with trust, because I know that he will be there and together we will try different options. So it was on the set of Tulip and on the set of Aika. He too often offers something. Sometimes it happens that I feel uncomfortable, and usually the next morning he comes up and says, I know how to do it, and offers something to do. And I say to him in this case, you're just a genius. And this is great. Maybe the whole thing is that we have been working together for a long time, although it probably does not depend on how long we work together. There's just some kind of trust between us. And I like the way he shoots. I like his pictures, his methods, his ideas. We were on the same wavelength. And that means a lot. When Sergey invited Samal to play the mother of the family in his first film, Tulip, she was only 19. And as often happens, she did not even dream about success after participating in the casting. Yes, I remember it very well. I remember it was a long time ago, the year 2003. I went to the casting, and then I really wanted to play in this picture, although I did not really say anything. My friends danced and sang, and I did not say anything. And then Mom told me, why didn't you perform well? After all, casting is a very big rarity in our cities. And I already managed to forget about it. A few months later, they called me and said, Samal, we're looking for you for a long time. I was at a lecture. They called me to the dean's office and I was told, Samal, they asked you by phone, they asked you to call back. I called back to this number. They say to me, we've been looking for you for several days already, and there are no mobile phones back then, and it turns out they were looking for me. Sergey picked up the phone and said, hello, I looked at your tests. Can you come to Almaty tomorrow? I'm a person who just left the lesson. I hear it for the first time. I say, yes, I can come. I don't know why I agreed with confidence. Yes, of course, I can come. When can I come by? Emotional and sincere, she's still as she was in those days. Fragile, playful girl from Petropavlovsk. And I flew to Almaty for the first time in Almaty. For the first time on the plane, I was 19 years old. When I arrived, Sergey approached me, and he hunkered down and said hello. I said hello. He says, do you want to eat? I mumbled in response, and he said, please, somebody, give Samal something to eat. This was our acquaintance. Of course, he's very kind, he's a simple person. Not such a super-duper important director that puts himself above the rest. He's very easy to get on with. And of course, there was another casting. Other applicants came. But there was no tension. There was a calm and even homely atmosphere. I also went to casting. And then his assistants told me, your arrival doesn't mean anything. There are a lot of other applicants here. As it turned out, later, they were looking for a girl who was 25, 27, maybe 30 years old for the role, and I was 19. And then I thought it's okay if I don't pass the test. And I already got used to this thought, but a week later they called me and said, we're claiming you for this role. And then I just was taken aback by the realization of what I had to do, how serious this work was. I will play mother of 3 children. Samal didn't play the main character in The Tulip. She looked so natural and her character is very memorable. So Sergey had no doubts about her participation in Aika. I think no, because Sergey was shooting as if he had looked into the keyhole. This is Hertz Frank, the legendary director. He said about Sergey's film, it feels like you just looked into the keyhole and saw everything by chance. And of course, the Almaty premiere was a big event for Samal Islamova as well as for the director. We were so deep in the preparations, we had it when it was created, we did rehearsals and we were trained so well that the shooting went quite easy. We were prepared.
Что отчасти, конечно, не было сложно. Вот что ты что-то там изучаешь, оно было в тебе, конечно. И
And when you're prepared, when you know your lines, when you know the script, it gives you some inspiration and you can improvise. We tried different things, we experimented, and of course, there were a lot of rehearsals. And all that you see on the screen is, of course, the result of incredible effort. And what did I want to say? The emotions. Of course, I was concerned about it, about the viewer's reaction. The filming process was so long, we didn't even have enough sleep for the last few months. We slept for 4 hours per day. And after we finished, I thought I would go straight to bed right now. That's the secret of amazing performance without sleep and rest. When you do something that you love, you get second wind. And guess what? I just got used to 4 hours sleep, and I couldn't sleep any longer. And being in this mode, we went to Cannes.
И вот в таком режиме, в таком каком-то состоянии, очень разобранном и в каком-то, с одной стороны, очень таком напряженном моменте, мы поехали в Канны.
The director slept for 2 hours, we slept for 4 hours, and of course it was the result of the work of our entire group. And of course we saw the potential of this picture, and we were expecting a lot from this movie, but also we all knew that it is not completely finished. There was some roughness with sound and other things, and we all knew it. We needed a little more time. Sergey needed more time. But we didn't have this time, and it was a shame because I understood that there was only one prize. But the film is almost finished. It's almost perfect, and of course we were disappointed because we had big hopes for this movie. But in any case, I'm glad because there were many equally good films. They did not receive anything. And this prize gives the possibility of viewing this movie somewhere abroad. Maybe someone would be interested in checking the cast, right? Of course, the actress didn't expect that she would win the award in Cannes. I didn't expect that I would win, but I had a hope for it. And when they called my name, I didn't manage to realize it. I mean, I knew that I was given the award, but I was in a peculiar condition. I think it looked like I wasn't surprised. Firstly, even if I was hoping for it, it is not in my nature to be shocked. Of course, I was happy, but I wasn't shocked.
Когда будут, может быть, когда-нибудь-то и будут. Вот. И получается, что, конечно, нам сказали...
We were told that in case we were invited to the stage, if we won some award, we would need to prepare a speech, but we didn't prepare anything. I knew what I would say. I would like to thank Sergey. Thank you for your trust, for trusting such a complicated role, which is so incredible and so rich. I'm very grateful. This is a great trust. I can say that I'm a happy actress. Maybe because I didn't expect and strive for this, and that's why I didn't have any preferences about the movies I'd like to play in. It just became interesting to me. I just did what I had to do. Maybe that's why my first movie participated in Cannes and received a certain regard. And later I received that award. Of course, I'm a happy actress. Thank you very much, Sergey, for your trust. And undoubtedly, one of the most pleasant moments is the fact that despite the world's success and recognition, Somalia Islamova remains 100% Kazakhstani. I feel like it. Well, for example, you like your work, you like your new home there, let's say you like to travel. but there's a feeling when you visit the parental home and you just slide down on the sofa on your bed in which you grew up, and these are completely different feelings. I feel the same in Kazakhstan. Despite the fact that I feel comfortable in Russia and I love Russia very much. I love Moscow. All my friends are there. However, Kazakhstan is my homeland. It is my home. Yes, it is. And I'm at home. This is a very good feeling. Flipping through the pages of the success of our compatriots, we seem to be living through their bright biographies with them. And the brightest moments remain in the memory like New Year's cards, which came from afar. How was the past year for our compatriots? We literally went halfway around the world to meet a scientist who is on the list of world's 50 most influential people in medicine. And where do you see yourself in about 20 years? In the next 20 years, I might be retired, but before that, I'll try to do a lot, because now we have so many resources, we have such big possibilities, which I couldn't dream of 10 years ago, so I want more and more. I'll cherish my memories about this warm acquaintance and the warm October in Portland. I'm not sure, was it because of nice and pleasant town, or because of nice and interesting people we met here, or was it the successful combination of everything at once? Well then, let's conclude our conversation with a few words. Say hello to Kazakhstan. Yes, my regards to the people of Kazakhstan. I always think about you and I always miss my homeland, and I try to come more often. Thank you for your attention. This is Pride. Wish you all the best. On the New Year's Eve, together with the popular trio, the Jibeks, we sang songs and made wishes for the new year. Dear friends, I really want to wish Happy New Year to all of you. I wish you happiness. May the upcoming year be good to all of us. Dear friends, I wish you all the best. Happy New Year. New Year is a holiday of the faith, of hope and love. Love life, believe in magic, because it happens. Happy New Year, friends. Новый год, что вот-вот настанет, исполнит вмиг мечту твою. Если снежинка не растает, в твоих ладонях не растает, пока часы 12 бьют. Пока часы 12 бьют. С Новым годом! Last year we managed to meet the legendary sportsman, Olympic champion Vladimir Smirnov. I am sure that his perseverance and the will to win will inspire you to become your best self. Wow, you can go crazy. It is the place of good memories and good thoughts. There are many good photos. My God, how many medals. And you surely remember each of your victories. Of course, the victories cannot be forgotten. Yes, the World Championship, the Olympic Games, the World Cups will all be remembered forever. When I come here, I recall everything at once. World Cups, stages of World Cups, Olympic Games 1994, I have a photograph how our president Nazarbayev met us after those games. He awarded me with tank. Here it is. Smirnov's sporting career lasted 11 years. And all these years were full of highlights. It all began in his native Shchuchinsk many years ago. Interesting that Vladimir became interested in ski run at a fairly mature age for professional sports. I was about 8 years old in that photo. And when I was 12, I started skiing after watching the Olympics 1976. When I saw the representative of Kazakhstan, Ivan Ivanovich Goranin. And then I realized that people from Kazakhstan can also succeed in sports, and I had a dream to participate in the Olympic Games, and after that, I started practicing. People still remember Smirnov, who ended his sports career more than 20 years ago. Popular singer Arin Basar Abu gave his first solo concert in New York on the New Year's Eve, and we have listened to our favorite songs in American scenery. Another guest of our show, our dear Marat Bisengaliyev, had a premiere of his Mr. Adams show on the New Year's Eve. I'm glad to recall our wonderful meeting in the south of France. Private village life, it involves a lot of things, and people that live in the cities often forget or simply don't know about them. So when you come to the province, you can expect anything. Now, let our master speak. It's time to choose the music. Vivaldi. Vivaldi for a tractor. But of course, when I was entrusted with such work, I was extremely excited. I swear I have never mowed the lawn to the music of Vivaldi before that. Is it neat enough? I'm not quite good at it. Not bad, not bad, not bad for a start. Of course, you skipped some spots, or even some tracks. Of course, it's not perfect. Well, if I'm allowed, at least occasionally, at least once a year to come here to mow the lawn, I think I would be the happiest person. How do you like headphones? This is gorgeous, mowing the lawn along with Vivaldi. This is gorgeous, with this view. It's fantastic. This is an incredible feeling. It definitely will be one of those stories that I will tell to my children, grandchildren, and everyone. Thank you very much for these experiences. We heard wonderful congratulations and warm words in the end of the year. Dear countrymen, Happy New Year. May this new year bring you only joy, and don't forget about those people who are next to you. Love, hug, kiss, give gifts, and most importantly, be there for each other. Happy New Year. And numerologist Clara Kuznenbaeva told us about the upcoming year. Well, now on the eve of the new year, what will be the next year for everyone? What to expect? What can you say about it as a numerologist? In numerology, it is customary to add all numbers up to an integer. Everything adds up to integers. And if you add 2, 1, 9, you get 3. And 3 plus 9 equals 12. 12 is 1 and 2, which equals 3. What is 3? In numerology, 3 is responsible for human talent, creativity. This is a year of creativity for people of different professions. That is why any undertakings, everything that you have planned for the future, you must implement this year. This year is also good for a change in personal life. Bachelors who really want to get married, marriages concluded in 2019 will be happy, stable, and harmonious. And children born in 2019 will be smart. They will have enormous analytical skills. These children will succeed. So we will celebrate the new year with a good mood, with best wishes, with future prospects and positive thoughts.